Today, I'd like to talk a little bit about the Samsung Corporation that's headquartered in South Korea. Recently, I bought a smartwatch for my wife's 76th birthday, and we do have a few other Samsung products, including this Galaxy tablet. Anyways, back to the phone. It supposedly has Bluetooth and Wi Fi and was supposed to act as a cell phone if you don't have your cell phone with you. And that's what we were told. However, when I ordered it from Coppell, Texas, which is one of their shipping centers, we ended up getting it, and it came a few days before my wife's birthday. And on the 14th day, we couldn't get it to operate, so we went down to a Verizon where we have our phone services, and they said, yes, this will work if your cell phone is right next to it. Otherwise, it won't. So the people basically at Samsung told us a little white lie. So at any rate, they said, we have that phone, it's the next step up, it's an extra $50. So we went back home, and the following day we called Coppell, Texas, because we figured we bought the Samsung from them. We could send them the phone back, being it was only a couple weeks old, get it replaced, pay the extra $50, and we'd be in good shape. But that wasn't the case. What they told us was, it's been 15 days, you can't return it, you can't exchange it, there's nothing you can do. And I thought that was a little odd, being that the following day was the 15th day, and most appliances, electronics, you name it, even if you buy a cookie jar, it's normally guaranteed 30 days. And you wouldn't think a company, especially a big company like Samsung, would say, well, we don't want the extra $50. We're just not going to allow you to return it or get a refund. So you got to think about this, folks, because I've been around long enough to remember companies, which I'm sure you remember, Sears and Roebuck, a big company that started back in the late 1800s. But for some reason, around the late 70s, early 80s, their whole attitude changed, because up until that time, they had been one of, if not the biggest companies of their kind in the United States, and they had a good reputation for products and customer service. However, by the early 80s, they were so big they felt like, we don't have to take care of the customers anymore. We can do what we want. And that was the beginning of their downfall, because that mistake cost them dearly. And what happened was, after 10 or 15 years, they found out that that wasn't such a good choice they made. But it was too late to do anything. And now, of course, Sears is relegated to a note in the history books as a big company that was a good company but chose not to take care of customers. And now they're bankrupt and down the road. I'm not going to say that's going to happen to Samsung, but with customer service like what we've received, it's not a good start. Now, one of the things we're going to do is go on social media. And the second thing we're going to do is we're going to send this video to the big bosses over there in South Korea, because my guess is they take pride in their company and don't like what the people over here in the United States are doing. And that's a good thing, because maybe they need to come over here and talk to the people running the company in Coppell, Texas. These people told me that they would have to go in front of a council and discuss this and get back with us, which they finally did, and say, Your request has been denied. Almost like Congress getting together to pass a law. And we all know how that goes. I just want to say to all you folks out there watching this, you have the power to put these companies out of business. My wife and I will never, ever again in this lifetime buy a product from Samsung. And we will tell everybody we know in person and on social media, and hopefully through this informative video, that their customer service is for shit. Pardon my French, but that's about all the good things I can say about Samsung. I sure hope that the news media and some of the other companies and individuals in South Korea, who I'm also going to send this video to, have some choice words to say to Samsung. And whoever the CEO is, you better learn your lesson so that you don't go the way of Sears and Roebuck. Thank you all for listening.